Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Jade Empire. As I continue my blind let's play, and one thing I'll point out, oh my gosh, look at all these dang autosaves. They just kept going. I've deleted some, but yeah, we'll continue. But yeah, last time we pretty much fully helped out Ten's Landing.
In the past, I've shared the company of others that moved outside traditional paths. But this band of folks is by far the most exotic.
You looked at me as you said that. What are you trying to say, Sky?
Actually, you took it the wrong way around. You seem a bit more conventional than, say, Wildflower or Zoo.
The Guardian says that everyone hides a part of themselves, that they don't always look like what they really are.
So we can assume Sky's hiding the part that doesn't ram its foot to its mouth. We all have hidden demons, but not literally. Your nature is odd.
I can't help it.
I didn't mean to upset anyone. I thought our shared strangeness was fairly obvious. I apologize.
Okay. But yeah. Helped out the residents of Tian's Landing, and for the most part. We're ready to pretty much go to the Imperial City. I'm going to talk to the party members just a little bit before we head out.
Prosperous tidings. What can humble Ho do to assist you today?
Why'd you marry your wife if she's so difficult?
Like many things in my life, it can be traced back to very bad luck on my part. As I mentioned once before, I was a master of the drunken master style. I was the tournament champion in Phoenix Gate when things spun out of control. My need for wine took its toll on my body. There are long periods I don't even remember. After one such period, I came to, having lost most of my clothes and all my money. I was destitute, and without the ability to buy more wine, I couldn't even fight.
Wine is a dangerous companion.
Eventually, I found work cleaning out creature cages at the local arena. One day, I was approached by a man who remembered seeing me fight. He offered to sponsor me. Just like that, I was back in the ring. After climbing my way back to the top of the tournament, my sponsor told me it was time to fulfill my end of the bargain.
I guess you really owed him after that.
Apparently, the agreement stipulated that I must marry his niece. If only I had read the agreement more closely, I could still be shoveling dirt in the creature cages. Alas, fate had a crueler path in mind for me. Let that be a lesson for you. Always read the fine print, or you may end up with more than you bargained for.
Tell me a little bit about yourself, Ho.
Perhaps in a little while. Memories of my wife are difficult to bear, especially when she is so very far away and I may never see her again.
That's all for now.
As you wish. I will be here waiting impatiently if you require anything.
The way is clear to the Imperial City. You need only to speak to our mad friend Kang, and he will prepare the flyer.
I want to ask you about what Inquisitor Lim said about you.
That is an old wound. My departure from the Lotus Assassins was not gentle for either side. My immediate companions, those who were my brothers, fell by my hand.
Lim was not among them. He would have died if he was. I was labeled as the one who deserted, and I am occasionally recognized. The result is always the same. Another death. More blood spilled. Such a waste for a hatred they cannot even understand.
It must be difficult to regret the deaths of so many.
Regret? I have no regret for killing anyone who challenged me of their own will. Death is a measurable cost of your actions. Some earn it sooner than others. Strength is the way of things. And death is the end, or should be. Some do not respect either. They have enough of one to defy the other.
Why'd you leave the Assassins? Why do you hate them so much?
There is a place for the Enforcer, the man or woman who brings death to those who have earned or otherwise deserve it. I consider that to be an honest calling.
I did some harsh things while with the Lotus Assassins, but they no longer follow a path I recognize. They are a mirror of Death's hand, and he embodies corruption. You will see as you get close to him. He draws out the worst in everyone and displays it for all to see.
Death's hand will fall like any other. You'll see.
You have no concept of the devotion of his followers. Perhaps we will talk again when I see more of where your path will lead you. For now, we should make our way to the Imperial City. That is where they took your master, and where we will find the heart of the Lotus Assassins.
Oh, joy.
Goodbye, then.
Alright.
What do you want?
I want to learn more about you.
The Guardian wouldn't like me talking about that. He's busy now. The other is hurting, and he's keeping him inside. All the evil that has been done makes him stronger.
Who is this other?
I shouldn't say. Just by naming him, thinking of him, it draws him closer to the surface, gives him more power. The Guardian said that in all things there is balance, and for light there is dark within each of us. The other is his darkness, for the good he has to do. That's what he says.
The other is like the Guardian.
I can't talk about him. Already he hears me, and the Guardian is having trouble keeping him back. Please, don't mention him again. The Guardian is my friend. He's a part of me. But the other is a part of me, too. Sometimes they pull so hard in different ways, I can't.
Be strong, Wildflower.
I try to be strong, and the Guardian gives me hope. But sometimes it's all I can do to convince me I'm still myself. Will you stay with me and keep me in myself?
I'll help you, Wildflower.
Thank you. I'll try not to be a bother, but the Guardian says we must stay with you. I hope you'll be my friend. Is there anything else you wanted?
That's it.
Okay.
What? What do you want?
That's it.
Meh.
Nah, okay.
Something's on your mind?
Do you have a minute to talk, Sky?
Of course. I was just thinking about things. Gao richly deserved his death, but I'm not sure I ever really expected it to happen.
How does that make you feel?
I feel fine, but determined. Our work isn't done, but we've taken a small step by removing that stain upon the Empire's honor.
How did you track Gao?
Gao's slavers took my daughter, Pin Mei, and I was able to follow them. Fortunately, they didn't cover their tracks. I chased them down, trying to reach her. I was too late. Pin Mei was spirited, and I'm sure she fought them. I believe they decided she was too much trouble and killed her. 5 years old, and they ran her through. I found her dead by the roadside and stopped my pursuit. By the time I cared to continue my chase, the slavers were long gone.
That's terrible. I'm sorry to bring this up.
It's fine. Thank you for your concern, but for the most part, I've come to terms with her death. But why dwell on this? Gao is dead, and perhaps Pin Mei has found some peace. That's what really matters. That and what we still have to accomplish.
Things like this are important to dwell upon.
You're right, but we have to pick our time, and now isn't it. We can talk about this later.
That's all.
Always happy to help.
Alright. Let's talk to Kang.
That's it. You have everything you need. Just let me know when you want to go, and we'll set the marvelous dragonfly to flight.
We have what we need. Let's go to the Imperial City.
Good, good. My beautiful dragonfly will finally get a real test. Let's hope those modifications hold up.
Let's ride us. Play with the ships. What do you want to do? Evade! I'm good. For a second there, I thought it might crash.
Have you seen anyone matching the description? The Lotus Assassins are getting impatient.
They were very vague and wouldn't answer my questions. Are they even sure of who they are looking for?
Does it matter? Death's Hand himself seeks this one. Do you need any more incentive than that? Just question everyone. This person apparently caused a lot of damage in the south. Here, what about this one? At least it's a man, like they said. You, identify yourself.
By order of the Emperor and the Lotus Assassins, state your name and purpose for being in the Imperial City.
Of course, I'm Easy, a simple traveler.
We are questioning everyone who has arrived in the city recently. You bear a resemblance to someone we are looking for.
I don't know. He is tattooed in a similar way. The clothes could be the same. It's not enough to be sure.
We could hold him anyway. It's not a good match, but the Lotus Assassins would leave us be for a few days while they question him.
Is there a problem here, Captain? Well, is there?
No, Princess Leanne. We were questioning this traveler by order of the Lotus Assassins.
There is no need to pursue this questioning any further. You may go.
So she's a princess.
My apologies, Princess, but I was ordered to detain anyone even vaguely matching.
Captain, this man is here on a personal matter of mine that does not concern you. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Princess Leanne.
Then unless you wish to be transferred to the wall, you will leave and continue your search. Well, we meet again. I've watched your progress. It seems I underestimated you in Tian's Landing. I have no doubt that you will make as much of an impact on the Imperial City.
Interesting, guys, but what name should I refer to you?
No guys, I assure you. You have the honor of addressing Princess Leanne, the Heavenly Lily. It is, as you can see, customary to bow in my presence.
That's great. Of course, forgive me, Princess.
Somehow I did not expect you to kowtow so quickly. Or maybe I just hoped you wouldn't. I get so tired of fawning servants. That is why I often travel without official escort and occasionally present myself as someone less bridled by the rules of the court. You understand why I don't go into detail here in the street, don't you? With what I have to tell you, I don't want to lose that option of disguise.
Of course, Princess. Should we talk elsewhere?
That would be best. I trust the servants I keep, but this is best discussed away from the open street. I will not speak the location aloud. Take this note. We will meet nearby, but I must have a moment to acquire more fitting attire.
Of course, at your convenience.
Very well. We will continue speaking later. I'm sure we both have questions that need answering. Don't be too long. My message concerns your master, and time is very important.
It would not have been proper for her to award it to you herself, but Princess Sun Lian requests that you accept this gift. She looks forward to your next meeting.
Note from the Princess, an Imperial favor. Saving. Chapter 3, wherein the Imperial City is revealed. So Fox reveals her station and the Lotus Assassins are infiltrated. Ooh, that sounds exciting. The marvelous dragonfly bears your way from the Tian's Landing toward the Imperial City. The fall of Gao the Greater and Assassin Lim will have far-reaching consequences, and your enemy will not let your actions go unanswered. Terrible forces gather ahead as you draw close. They will leave their mark as surely as you have left yours. Well, alright. Feel favor. Spirit, charm, and intuition. Nah, I don't need to. I'll pass on that one. What's up, Dunstar?
The Imperial City. I'd always heard how impressive it was. Stories didn't do it justice. This is all so much to absorb. I would appreciate your counsel if you have time to speak privately.
I have time to speak with you now, Dunstar. What do you wish?
I don't mean to distract you. I just wanted someone familiar around me for a moment, if only to reassure me that we are still in the Empire I thought I knew. I have long dreamed of reaching the Imperial City, but now that I have, under these circumstances, I am more overwhelmed than ever.
I'm glad you're here with me. We are a long way from home.
But that's what is bothering me. We can't be a long way from home because our home is gone. I can no longer say that what I see is strange or foreign because I have lost what I would have compared it to. I am the one out of place now.
Then my home will be where you are, and you can say the same for me.
I would like that. To know you will be there no matter what. I've never had that stability, at least not before joining the school. As a child, I was marked by ill omens, apparently named for them. The people in Two Rivers were polite, but many did not hide the discomfort I caused them. I was watched, studied. If someone's ox died within a season of me bumping my head, it was somehow my fault, and I was treated like a pariah. How do you deal with being able to sense the spirit world when people make such absurd conclusions?
It is not your burden to try to belong when you are not wanted. Actually, yeah, people fear what they don't understand. Accept that.
I cannot change who I am, I know. Perhaps I just have to let all of that go. It will not be easy. But I do feel that you have given me a strength I did not have before. I very much appreciate your support. We should continue this discussion later. I have much to think about, and our work here has only just begun. The Imperial City. I never dreamed I would reach it. Don't go too far. I'd get lost in this city. I know it.
Just stay close. Alright, let's talk to everybody.
I trust your plans go well, despite the dangers you face and inflict. Is there something I can do for you?
What are your feelings on the Imperial City? How powerful are the Lotus Assassins here?
They are as powerful as fear allows them to be. Not the specific information you are looking for, I'm sure, but you did ask about my feelings. If their tactics have not changed, everyone fears them as children fear the shadows, never knowing what might come.
They sound more like outlaws than an arm of the Emperor.
They are not outlaws. Their orders come from Death's hand, and he is the will of the Emperor. At least, that is how it was meant to be. Pardon my outburst. Every act of the Assassins has the approval of the Emperor. We were supposed to reflect his glory. That is why some actions should never have been ordered.
Are you referring to the incident that prompted your exit?
The Lotus Assassins were once the Order of the Lotus under Prince Qin, spiritual advisor to the Emperor. During and after the attack on Dirge, changes were made. As flames seared the sky, enemies of the Emperor faced a new threat, Death's Hand. He assumed command of our order, and we began silencing people. Some were killed only to serve as warnings. Others had done nothing except be near his enemies.
You were ordered to kill innocents. Why even consider it?
I am no stranger to death. That alone is not enough to disturb me. But I see only weakness in targeting innocents, peripheral to the real enemy. Weakness suggests losing the right to rule. Can you see how that shook my faith in the Empire? You seem to see why I had concerns. Perhaps you might understand. I have not said everything, and I have not yet decided if I will. But I see something in you that may set things right. We will see. For now, what else do you need?
What do you think of our current situation?
I think it's unwise to trust the Emperor's daughter. She acts without regard for her station, but she is a slave to it like we all are. What other truths might she have missed? She may have good information for you, but I suspect she has her own agenda. Be careful.
That is why I wanted your opinion, since I figured being a part of the Assassins from the Imperial City, etc. Yeah.
Goodbye.
There is something here. Some evil thing has happened here. It beats on my mind, and the Guardian, he can't hold it back.
You can't stop me from being here. I may not be able to leave, but
oh boy.
I can talk and see. I see you, mortal. I've been watching you.
Hi. You must be the other.
I am Yasen, the other of whom Chaika and this girl speak. They have suppressed me ever since we inhabited this body. But this place is different. The evil around me has given me strength. For now, at least. And has opened potential doors. I don't claim to goodness, mortal. I hate your kind. But we can work together. If you help me, I shall help you. And I'll be much more valuable than the Guardian.
Frankly, I want nothing to do with you.
You're passing up the chance for greatness, mortal. We both know you're tempted.
No.
How can you... What? No! Chaika! You won't make me go so easily! No!
Oh, don't worry, I'll try not to let him out.
I'm sorry. They were fighting again. I'll be alright. Soon. Just give me time and I'll be alright.
Alrighty.
Well, well, is the Imperial City all you expected? It is quite a spectacle compared to the bulk of the Empire. The marvelous dragonfly performed perfectly, of course.
So, tell me a little bit about yourself since we're here.
I found my way to Tien's Landing quite by accident. A very big accident. A few wealthy merchants lost some, property, and I almost lost my hat and my head. Gao the Greater heard about my inventions and bribed some officials to effect my release. I thought I had found a nice rich benefactor, but I was locked away in his lair. He gave me a nice workshop, but he really was a fool. I showed him my wind map. He didn't care where it led. He was only interested in his slaves.
This wind map doesn't lead to the Imperial City? Actually, since we're already here in the Imperial City, I'll say this. You have a wind map? Where to?
It shows where I've been, not where I'm going, I think. I made it on my journey to, here. But I don't quite remember where I was traveling from. Not good. It seems to me I left something, a clue for myself, but I'm not sure why I'd need to. I don't suppose you'd be interested in taking a short trip back the way I came?
I need to meet the princess. Not yet.
What? Oh, well, very well. I'll try to remember on my own. Let me know if you change your mind. I would be most interested to follow up on this.
Yeah, I'll need to remember that.
Off you go. I'll start planning some redesigns for the dragonfly. Maybe floats made of air bladders. Sheepskin, of course.
Indeed.
What? What do you want?
Thoughts on the current situation?
Well, the city has everything you could ever want. Fighting, money, wine, and there was something else that people like, but I can't quite remember what it is. Oh, well, I'm sure it'll come to me once I've had a few bowls of wine. Let's get something to wet our tongues. Women! That's the one I forgot. I must be getting sober if I'm forgetting that.
I'd like to hear more about your past.
Too much talking and thinking can be dangerous, I should know. I remember one cold winter I took a job clearing rats from a local monastery. I was supposed to make sure the pests stayed out of the sacred pools, but hunting rats one at a time is boring work. So I had an idea, a way to catch them all at once. I convinced the monks to give me some of their sacred wine, and I filled the sacred pools. I figured if I could get the rats drunk, they'd be so much easier to catch.
Ah, this should be good.
Nothing happened at first, so I helped myself to the wine. I passed out before the rats came. In the middle of the night, I was woken up by screaming monks and fiery explosions. It was just the rats. The poor furry buggers were just trying to get warm near the monks' fires after their swim in the wine. Not a good combination.
What happened to the monastery?
The monks wanted me gone. I might have deserved the blame, but the abbot insisted it was a sign from the gods and closed the monastery. See what happens when you think too much?
Well, that's all for now.
Whatever.
Always happy to help. What do you need?
What's on your mind right now?
I haven't been to the Imperial City in a while. I traveled here some time ago in my hunt for Gao. In fact, this is where the hunt began. I've come full circle, and I think it's time to let go of the past and look forward. We have exciting things ahead of us.
There's no shame in dwelling on the past.
There's no point in living in the past either.
True that. Oh, there we go.
In my heart, I know my daughter rests as easily as any spirit now. Whatever happens, I have that. And if we succeed, I know she finds peace. If I could go back, I don't know if I would. I'm a different man now, and while I treasure the past, I look forward to the future with the same warmth.
Is there something specific you looking forward to?
Besides seeing what trouble you get yourself into next, you mean? I'm excited to be back in the city. It feels like we're one step closer to our goal, but you know that better than anyone. You brought us to this point after all. Who else could have gathered this crew or found such a quick way out of Tien's Landing?
Don't discount yourself or the others.
How do you manage that kind of humility? Some sort of special training?
I just take the time to appreciate those who are with me.
And there you have it. A simple answer is usually the best. Regardless, we have an empire to shake up. Let's go see how much trouble we can cause.
Alrighty.
Of course. I'll be here if you need anything.
I can't believe my luck. I arrive home after being lost, only to find that my wife has gone off to visit relatives.
I thought you'd be happy, frankly.
I am very happy indeed.
Oh, okay.
Instead of dying upon my return home, I am free. Until she returns, of course.
Why'd you become a bun master if you were a master fighter?
You're beginning to sound like my wife. Where were you last night? Why were you talking to that woman? Why do you smell like a goat? Always with the question. As I mentioned earlier, after becoming tournament champion for the second time, I was forced to marry my sponsor's nubile niece. She is the reason I no longer fight. My disapproving dove did not care for my drinking, or for my friends, or my fighting, or my friends fighting. She believed I should settle down and be more respectable.
That's not such a bad thing.
At first I ignored her rebukes and continued fighting, but I soon learned that she was not a woman to be crossed. Prior to one fight, my duplicitous Daisy drugged my wine. I don't remember much of what happened next, which is fortunate. From what I hear, it wasn't very pretty.
Ouch.
I spent the next several months under the tender ministrations of my doting wife. Needless to say, when I was well enough to walk again, I was more than happy to settle down. As to why I became a bun master, well, it's a hard, thankless job that keeps me very, very busy.
What are your thoughts on our situation?
We made it this far. How hard can it be from here? From what I've seen, you're more than capable of handling anything we're likely to encounter.
That's all for now.
As you say, I will be here scrubbing your pots until you call upon me again.
Alright. Okay. Captain Sin. To the Golden Way, Merchant Square. Imperial Arena. Imperial Arena. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Black Leopard School. Whoops. Whoops. Wrong thing. Hang on. Right. Oh, the Scholar's Garden in the Imperial City. Wrong button. Scholar's Garden. Scholar's Garden. Maybe it's in the Golden Way? I don't know. We'll go exploring. By the Outcrier.
What a wondrous flyer you have. You don't see any of that design about the city. Since they became more common among the nobles, flyers have been fascinating to me. Allow me to officially welcome you to the Imperial City. I am Bai, the Outcrier, and I am here to direct you around our illustrious capital if you have any questions at all.
I might have a few.
It would be an honor to say that I aided someone who was greeted by Princess Sun Lian herself.
Tell me more about the layout of the city.
There are several districts within easy walking distance. This area is the market district, and it is filled with all sorts of merchants and traffic. If you cross the waterway and turn left, you will soon come to the Gate of the Golden Way, a rich and luxurious place. The Golden Way is connected to both the Scholar's Garden at its far end and the Necropolis, though no one would venture into those burial grounds without good reason.
Let's hear about more of the places off the Golden Way.
The Scholar's Garden is a wonder to behold. It is decorated with rocks taken from the Valley of Sprightly Stones. The finest minds in the Empire congregate in the garden. If you have a taste for history, the Necropolis is accessible from the Golden Way as well. A city of the dead, the Necropolis is filled with tombs of rich and poor alike.
What about the Lotus Assassins? Where do I find them?
If you were wise, you would not look for the Lotus Assassins. They keep their secrets close, and even spreading rumors can catch their attention.
You can tell me as a favor. I need to know where to be careful, after all.
How many travelers wander too close to their lair from simple ignorance, I wonder? There are rumors of a secret entrance into a fortress the Lotus Assassins call their own. The entrance may be in the Necropolis, which is off the Golden Way.
Ah, okay. That makes sense.
If you're smart, you'll go no closer to that place than this question.
That's all I want to know about the city.
Was there something else you wanted to discuss?
Do you know anything happening in the city?
There's almost always something happening in the city. There's Captain Sen, of course, standing guard at the gates out of the city. Word has it the captain has some bounties.
Nice.
Rich rewards for those who can track down some wanted criminals.
Anything else?
You must know about the Imperial Arena. Kui, the promoter, is always looking for skilled fighters to participate in his matches. It's this huge building right here.
Anything else?
There's word from the Scholar's Garden that some strange outlander has taken up residence there, causing quite the ruckus, as barbarians typically do.
Interesting. Is that all you have?
There's a rumor floating around that the Black Leopard School has been having some difficulties recently. Feuding masters, that sort of thing. The Black Leopard School lies across the waterway and up the grassy path, if you're curious.
Any other word?
Word has it there's going to be a new play happening sometime soon in the Golden Way district, over at the large pagoda on the left side of the road. It might not be ready to start yet, but it's certainly worth keeping an eye out for.
That's true. Any other news, though?
That's all I can think of right now.
I was about to say, if you had more, I would just fall out. Alright, would you be able to help me look for somebody?
I know many people in the city, but it is impossible to know everyone. Who do you seek?
Search for a man called Master Lee?
I'm sorry, I can't say I know anyone by that name. Maybe you can look up at the Black Leopard School, across the waterway and up the grassy path.
Alright.
Happily! What's on your mind now?
I'll be back if I have other questions for you.
A pleasure to be of service. Enjoy your stay.
You have been very helpful. Alright, I doubt, Lee's at that school. He's probably in the the Lotus Assassins guild. So.
Emperor Sun Hai is a great man. Without him, the Empire would still be living in a drought.
Be on the lookout for the Scourge of the South. It is your duty as citizens of the Empire to report anyone who matches this description. Keep an eye out for a bare-chested wild man with hair covering his back and arms. Reports suggest he is well over 7 feet tall and fully armed. This man is very dangerous. Do not try to apprehend the Scourge of the South, but instead report what you've seen to the authorities immediately.
Well, all these years together, and I never suspected you were the Scourge of the South. I'm sorry. I know it's not funny. At least they didn't get your looks right.
Yeah, thank goodness they didn't get my looks right.
My brother teases me about ghosts all the time, but I don't think there are any. I love living in the Imperial City. There's always something for me and my friends to...
The Scourge of the South has destroyed whole villages in the South. Many innocents have suffered at the hands of the Scourge.
I'm curious.
Out of sheer spite, the Scourge flooded ancient ruins, wantonly destroying our very own heritage.
Oh, that's a Lotus Assassin. Gotcha.
Where are those mercenaries? Greetings, citizen. Imperial Captain Sen at your service. Are you one of the mercenaries come to help me track down some criminal scum?
I might be for the right... yeah, I might be for the right price.
If you are who I'm waiting for, you have some explaining to do. Admittedly, you don't resemble the ones described to me, but they're several days late. No doubt they'll blame it on the foolish ghost stories.
What criminals do you need help with?
Criminals with lucrative bounties on their heads. I need help tracking down a pair of criminals. Are you interested in a little well-paying work?
I'm interested. Tell me what needs to be done.
These two scoundrels have eluded my best efforts, so I'm turning to bounty hunters. It's harder to run when your pursuers are not in a uniform.
I see no problem hunting down criminals, so long as we don't draw too much attention to ourselves.
I'm searching for an arsonist and a notorious confidence man. Find and eliminate either one, and there's a standard bounty in it for you.
You've got a deal.
A wise decision. The two criminals are Fading Moon and Creative Yukon. Fading Moon is an arsonist who was last spotted heading for the necropolis.
Okay.
Creative Yukon has virtually disappeared, though we may be able to learn something from Lady Rento, the wife of the man Yukon bilked. She's in the Imperial arena.
I want to hear more about Fading Moon.
Fading Moon is an arsonist. Her first fires were in the poor quarters, but her last one spread to the Market District Gate. Last we heard, she'd escaped to the necropolis.
Why was nothing... Well, nah, probably something might have been done. Can I see the scene of the crime?
The gates between here and the poorer districts will be closed for some time while repairs are underway. There's nothing particular about the scene of the crime, just ash.
Alright, let's hear about Yukon.
Yukon fleeced some silver from Lord Rento, a powerful man in the Ministry of Harmony. Yukon is a master of disguise, and he has hidden himself somewhere in the city. Lord Rento is away on court business, but his wife informed me that she'd be in the heart of the Empire in the Imperial arena if we needed her. You could start there.
What could she tell me?
She knows the details of the theft better than I. Lord Rento was reluctant to discuss them. Yukon could be anywhere or anyone, and Lady Rento is the only lead we have.
Gotcha. I should go.
Right you are. Remember to keep an eye out for anyone suspicious.
Will do.
The Scourge associates with nefarious fox spirits.
Look at this place. So many people. This truly is the heart of the Empire.
Yeah, it seems pretty nice.
Onu yuwir napayir wo onu yusayir ikuba.
Okay. Let us... It's the Golden Way, Arena... Yeah, let's go ahead and go to the Golden Way. Let's head... Oh, hang on, let's read this. Let's head towards Silk Fox. Golden Way, alright. And thinking about it, I'm gonna make a hard save as I'm thinking about it. There we go. Just in case.
I'm not worried about ghosts. If there are any, the Emperor will deal with them quick enough.
One thing I also noticed about this game, compared to, say, like Knights of the Republic, is just the amount of people that are out and about, you know? It's, you know, it's a nice thing to see. You know, it's very simple, but, still.
I've heard rumors of a young hero making quite a stir in Tien's Landing.
Don't know who that was. Wink, wink. Okay, so let's take a look at this map. Okay, just zigzags. So, Ministry, Hotel, Theater. Oh, to the Acropolis. Scholar's Garden. That's where I need to go. How's the... Okay. There we go. That's a good shot of that. But yeah, so that... Cut through there to the Lotus Assassin Guild. Got it. Oh wait, hang on. Did that say beggar? Yes, it did.
I greet you, sir. I wonder if you might have some silver to spare.
But your clothes are expensive and you speak like a noble.
I come from a very wealthy family. As such, I have a certain lifestyle to maintain. Parties, female admirers, lots of wine. You understand.
Not even a little bit. Actually, well, I'm not even going to say that. I was just going to say that doesn't explain why you're begging.
I have to have an income, don't I? My father looked at my considerable expenses and told me to get my own silver.
So you turned to begging.
Of course. I am a noble. The shame of manual labor or the stink of trade must not be allowed to touch me.
Oh my
or even
god.
waft its way close to me.
Oh my god. That's rather pathetic, don't you think?
Not at all. Very simply, you have it, I want it. I am behaving in a very rational, civilized manner by politely asking. I read all the greatest philosophers and consulted with wise men before reaching this decision. I assure you the philosophical underpinnings are quite sound. Wisdom is only gained by experience, wine, women, and song, as it were. But a life of revel with no reflection still does not lead to true wisdom. One must ponder, one must daydream. Even if I could bear the shame of sullying my hands with work, when would I think? How could I grow wise?
So you are begging in order to pay for drunkery, debauchery, all in the service of becoming truly wise.
Well, it loses some of the subtlety when you put it that way. But yes.
You know what? Fine. Fine. It's just 1 silver, pursuit of wisdom? Sure.
Oh, thank you. It's not easy for one such as I. I have it far more difficult than the impoverished beggars of this city.
Oh my god, no you don't. No you don't.
Well.
No. No. No you do not have it. You don't have it worse. Sorry, I got frustrated by that, but no.
Your parentage is below average, and your ancestry is of questionable worth. You dress yourself in the manner of a common laborer. Nobody's paying any attention.
Keep trying, just as I instructed.
What is happening?
Your physique seems exceptional. Clearly you are a peasant. A noble could afford sloth.
What are you doing, and why are you tempted to insult me?
Your breath is like the wind of an ox. Your last meal was of suspect quality.
Ask for an explanation. Justify yourself or I'll take offense.
Your beliefs are superficial, and your culture is substandard.
There's no point to your insults. Defend your claims or cease this instant.
You are right to demand an explanation. Forgive my servant. I instructed him to find someone not distracted by mere insults. Someone who would command respect.
Okay.
Your demand for justification of his arguments was admirable. You are exactly what we need.
So, explain yourself.
An outlander strolled into the city several days ago and now sits like a cormorant taking what he wants from the river of our hospitality. He balks at our attempts to calm him and answers requests for payment with strange coins of questionable value. He needs to go.
The city hosts many visitors. Why is he so different?
The outlander is not a dignitary or traveling merchant. He is a parody of civilized behavior. He spews insults at the emperor himself. So far, he has escaped the notice of any higher officials. Perhaps he was mistaken for an actor in a troupe. But that will not last. If he is reported, the Lotus Assassins will take notice. They'll want to know if he was harbored or his offense was encouraged. Guilt by association is enough for them.
Perhaps I could just reason with him?
That's what's so infuriating. He doesn't respond to reason. He proposes challenges we don't understand, and then declares himself the winner. Several of our brightest have faced him, but as soon as they get the better of him, he sets off his strange firework and says they are beaten. Normally, the peasants like it when we intellectuals are maligned, But they tire of his presence too. Getting rid of this nuisance will endear you to many.
Maybe when I have the time.
Well, that is not the conviction I was hoping for, but no one else has been able to help, so it will have to do. At your convenience, then. He is in the Scholar's Garden, and no amount of opposition has moved him. Please, I hope you will prove to be a worthy opponent.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if I want to tackle that side quest.
The Jade Empire would be in ruins if it wasn't for Emperor Sun Hai.
Music and the arts. Music and the other arts are vital parts of life in the Jade Empire. As with any truly civilized people, even the common man can enjoy the benefits of music in his daily life. Only the music of the Jade Empire itself truly satiates this primal urge. The lesser, more savage peoples that surround us know nothing of true culture, and their primitive beatings and wailing cannot touch the soul as truly as have the masterpieces of Water Swallow or the heart-wrenching tragedy of Falling Star. Okay, for this reason, if not others, it is our duty as a cultured people to bring civilization and joy of the arts to those less advanced and gifted societies. Alrighty. You say so. I'm trying to get to the sign. Okay. Oh, hotel. Guard, and so we'll pass it up. We'll head towards Princess, I think.
The busy streets are almost overwhelming. It is hard to keep focused on what we need to do.
Script stand. This stand is covered with books, papers, and other elements related to a play of some sort. Interesting. Okay. Alright, Scholar's Garden.
I didn't expect you in your strange training to make it to the Imperial City. You are proving to be a very interesting person. Of course, I could tell that just by looking at you. You have a very strong presence.
Thank you. You've changed again, Princess. Who are you now?
As the Heavenly Lily, I am above suspicion, but I am restrained by fawning servants. Silk Fox can go anywhere, and people are not shy about their reactions. There is a thrill, of course, and it allows me to find information useful to us both. Death's Hand brought your Master Li to the palace a few days ago. I saw the flyer. He was bound in chains. He must be powerful, or you are. There was something familiar about him as well.
They rightfully fear him. He is Sun Li, the glorious strategist.
Why would you say that? Is that what he told you? I'm sorry, but I simply cannot believe that your Master Li is the glorious strategist.
No? You didn't recognize him as family?
I was too young to know him. I was told that he and Prince Qin, the third brother, fell defending the Empire 20 years ago. Now it seems they may have been traitors. I discovered this looking through records for information on Death's Hand. Perhaps he tried to influence Sun Li and Sun Qin before corrupting my father. But it doesn't matter who your master is. I could take you to the palace, but Death's Hand controls what my father hears. He must be discredited for you to succeed.
Well, frankly, destroying Death's Hand is also a priority for me.
A wise decision. His hold over my father is nearly absolute. But if we could show conclusive evidence of his crimes, my father would have to listen. I know how. Construction on the wall has stopped for the first time in generations. The workers now toil in factories building powerful creatures of stone and clay called golems. Death's Hand could use these automatons to seize the Empire, and my father is oblivious. We must infiltrate the Lotus Assassins and find evidence of this treachery.
Gotcha. I've been fighting the Lotus Assassins. How can I infiltrate them?
We need proof of Death's Hand's intent from the seat of his power, the Lotus Assassin Fortress. It would be impossible to assault, so just walk in. They are recruiting.
I fought a number of them. I would be spotted.
Have any Lotus Assassins who saw your face lived to report back? I doubt it. They will not recognize you as the person who fought them in Tien's Landing. They have a vague description full of guesswork that has guards holding people at random. Besides, they expect an attack, not someone trying to catch their eye. I would wager that you may profit from their tasks too. Can you see the beauty in using their own methods of recruitment to fight them? I think they deserve it.
How can this be done?
There are guilds within the Lotus Assassins. Executioners look for fearsome warriors. Inquisitors are more subversive, and they look for cunning in their agents. If you prove yourself in the arena, they will notice you. My people can spread rumors of your interest. The Executioner will take a real interest when you finish the silver round. Or, if you prefer, the Inquisitor recruiter is also seeking new people. He might be open to persuasion.
You know a lot about the Lotus Assassins. Why?
Death's Hand rules over the Lotus Assassins, so I take special interest in their activities. I've had most of my life to ask questions. You suspect my motives? You have no reason to doubt me. If I wanted the Lotus Assassins to find you, I could simply tell them your name.
I mean, that is very true. I'll go and see what I can learn in the Imperial Arena, I think.
Yes, I will have my people spread rumors of your interest. Once you pass the silver round, the Executioner will take an interest. I'm sure he will find you as impressive as I do. Or, if you prefer, court the Inquisitor. Ask Scholar Dongao in the Scholar's Garden about him. I hear Dongao is closer to the Assassins than he should be. I will wait at your flyer. Or I could travel with you. Before you get too lost, perhaps we should, discuss how closely we will be working together?
I can just see Dawnstar in the back, just eyeing her down. I don't know. How about this? How about, well, I'm only saying this not to slight you, Dawnstar. She knows the city more than you do, so we'll travel with you for now.
A wise preference. No offense intended to your amusing companions.
Alright, and let's actually talk.
Hello again. I enjoy our little chats, but I don't think anything has changed since we last spoke. I still need evidence against Death's Hand to free my father. Meet the Executioner in the arena, or speak with Scholar Dongao in the Scholar's Garden about the Inquisitor. Hurry, or you'll lose your chance to help your master.
I can take my time. Don't worry. How about, I want to ask more about you. Why has your servant given me a gift?
Did you like it? I thought you might want a little assistance. Consider it a small token of my favor.
I appreciate your gift.
I thank you for your courtesy. A woman always likes to hear when her gifts are appreciated.
Okay.
It is difficult for one of my rank to give gifts, even one so simple as what I gave you. A princess is not normally allowed to show favorites.
Then why take the risk?
Better that I give it away before Death's Hand carts it off. He has been quite brazen. Besides, it was mine by birthright to do with as I wish. Must I always be dictated to by tradition, despite my respect for it? Sometimes I want what everyone else has, to be myself. And to be myself, I gave you what I wished.
Well, in that case, I thank you for the gift and the risk you took giving it.
Well, you're polite at least. Most nobles take gifts as a matter of course, especially those from a woman. But the price I may pay for helping you could be greater still. I am destined for the throne, destined to rule the Empire after my father, but that will be meaningless if Death's Hand keeps his hold on my father's mind. I fear one day he may try to interfere with the Imperial succession. Or perhaps convince my father that he should be Emperor by marriage.
Well, we can't allow such a travesty to happen.
Indeed, we cannot. I would bite my own tongue before ever allowing that man to touch me. I'm sorry, I've ruined the mood. We should continue our talk another time. First, we must expose Death's Hand, reveal his treachery and manipulation.
I wanted to go back to my other questions, though.
I will answer what I can, but you have other things to do as well.
Oh, I know. I want to talk to you about the Emperor.
My father? What do you want to know that isn't already public knowledge? Emperor Sunhai is well known and well loved.
Okay.
Death's Hand is wearing away at that reputation, however, and I need to stop him before it goes too far.
When did Death's Hand join your father's court?
He has been present for as long as I can remember, but he only rose to prominence after the end of the long drought.
What was your father like before this began?
My father was very caring when I was a child. Now he is cold and distant. I know Death's Hand is corrupting him somehow.
Alright, that's all for now.
I wish you luck. Once you have gained the trust of the Lotus Assassins, we will plan how to proceed.
Indeed. Let me check the map. Oh, it's actually a little bit bigger than I thought. So Roderick. And then some shrines. I'll come back here and explore. Oh, okay, never mind.
Well, look who we have here. There's no princess to save you this time.
Do you think we'd forget? You can't humiliate us and just walk away.
I love that the princess is right by us.
Don't look at me. I can't do anything right now. Not like this.
We'll teach you to insult a guard of the Imperial City.
1,000 cuts.
Oh, they're not bad. There we go. So like I was saying, we'll come back and explore this area a lot more. I'm not gonna take the time reading that. So yeah, let us head back. And actually, you know, I need to check something as I'm going this way. And that, I think the guy... I need to check his name if he's still there. Maybe he's not there. Shoot, I don't think he is. But yeah, I was wondering if he's actually part of the Inquisitors for the Lotus Assassins. I wouldn't be surprised.
The humanity of it all! Oh, hello. I'm sorry, I was just muttering to myself. I'm in some trouble and... Wait! You could help me! You're clearly not from around the Imperial City, and I need someone's help most desperately. Someone unaffected by the politics of this place.
What can I do to help?
Well, you see, there's been a mix-up. No, an error. Oh, who am I kidding? Some bastard has changed my play! I am Incisive Chorus, the playwright. I'm sure you've heard of me. And if not, you have... now, I suppose. One of my productions has been touring the countryside and catching people's attention. We were asked to bring it into the city and perform here in the Golden Way.
Sounds positive so far. Where's the problem?
The play must go on, but not as they want it. The play's been changed, you see. One very key piece of the play has been rewritten.
Where they're corrupting your art, are you?
Once you change this scene, you change the very soul of the production.
Oh, I understand.
It's hardly my play at all if they perform it their way. They've changed it from a commentary of man's inhumanity to man to a satire of the Empire. I tell you truthfully that they've lost the whole point of the piece.
Well, you're right. That's terrible. Actually, how about this? Not to mention that certain factions frown on satire of the Empire.
There's that too. Anyone could take offense. Now I'm doubly concerned. I will gladly offer you the going rate for a leading man, just for a walk-on part. I need you to take a role in the play and read the role the original way. You have a most regal bearing, so I'd expect you'd have no major problems at any rate acting the role of Lady 14 Flowers.
Lady 14 Flowers?
If you talk to first-degree thespian Fong up by the pagoda, tell him you're the replacement actor. He'll be desperate, so all you'll have to do is read the proper lines.
Okay. You know, it sounds interesting. I'll do it.
Here's a copy of the original script for your scene. Pivotal. I assure you. This copy reads properly, not like that edited pile of dung. Hurry over to the large pagoda overlooking the Golden Way and tell Fong that you're the replacement. They won't wait forever, so step quickly to it. Remember, you'll have to memorize your lines. No script on stage, of course. Also, make sure you read from this script. Now, good... No, you're about to perform, so I shan't jinx it. Get to it!
So yeah, we'll come back for that. That sounds pretty fun though, to do that play performance. Again, even though I can't talk to all these people, I do like the amount of people that are walking about, you know.
A group of
Apparently living.
river-faring businessmen have been attacked and forced to flee. Nobody is safe from this criminal.
Got him.
What am I going to do? I'm ruined.
Oh, I apparently missed this guy.
What? Oh, You're the one with the flyer, aren't you? Forgive my impertinence, but do you own that flyer, perhaps?
Yes, I own it. What do you want to know?
I am Hingu, a mechanic and a businessman. I supply upgrades to people fortunate enough to have flyers. However, I've had some trouble obtaining parts of late. My previous associate went on a trip to retrieve valuable parts and never returned.
And now you want me to help you, I suppose.
I need someone brave, someone who is a capable pilot. The missions I have are dangerous, but the rewards are worth it. I will pay you good silver, and I can send you parts for your flyer to make it better.
What? Make it better? This is the finest ship of its kind. I should know. I made it. You're just a fix-it man. What would you know about ships?
I have been working on flyers since they first started appearing in the Empire. I take these rickety contraptions and make them into something amazing.
Rickety? There has never been a flyer more solid than the marvelous dragonfly. Rickety? Your wits are the only thing rickety around here.
Enough. Just tell me what you want to do.
I have some supplies in the North Provinces that I need to pick up immediately. We've had trouble with bandits up there, so it might be tricky. If you could bring me those supplies, I'd have the parts necessary to upgrade your flyer. What do you say?
You got a deal.
Very good. Here's your wind map. It'll show you where to go. I'll also pay extra if you get rid of those bandits plaguing the area.
Oh, we're doing this now. Okay. Okay. Whew. Oh my goodness. Yes, give me that health. Ooh. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Ooh. Okay.
Okay, another impact and we start losing pieces. Abandon the fight.
We're dead, man. Retry it. Retry the mission.
Don't let them hit us. I just finished this thing. Hey, watch what you're doing.
Wow. I'm gonna give this one more shot, and then I'm gonna disengage if it doesn't pan out. Ooh, we are almost dead.
That's it.
Ah,
Get
dang.
out of the fight. You're scuffing the finish.
Okay, we're gonna disengage from that. Oh, at least we got a little bit of experience from that.
Why haven't I seen any activity among the Lotus Assassins yet? You should talk to the contacts I gave you.
I will.
Remember our arrangement? You secure the evidence of the army Death's Hand is building, and I'll get you to the palace to confront my father.
I'm looking into it.
I'm sure you are, but if you did it quicker, we would all benefit. Death's Hand grows stronger, and my father grows weaker.
I can't agree with this. You don't know what you're getting into. You don't know the danger they represent.
Really? What did you see while hiding in your swamp? I've observed Death's Hand for years, both in the palace and elsewhere.
You could have 4 faces and a different name and wardrobe for each, and you still wouldn't understand. Death's Hand is not what he seems.
Then what, pray tell, is he?
I don't know. But his power does not come from study or skill. He is something darker, and we should not be trying to enter his lair.
It sounds like Sagacious Zoo wants to go back into hiding. Or perhaps the nursery? Pay no attention, not everyone is as weak as he is.
You know what? I don't know. I'll do what I must regardless of you both.
You don't know what they are capable of.
The matter is settled. Go sulk in the corner like you're accustomed to doing.
This is not helping anything. Are we any closer to getting to the Lotus Assassins so this accursed woman will help us find Master Li?
Oh, she spits fire at last. Now I see how the child left her little village. She has some spirit in her after all. And she's also right. We are no closer to finding the secret plans that Death's Hand has been making. You have to move quicker. Go to the Imperial Arena to meet the Executioner, or speak with Scholar Dun Gao in the Scholar's Garden about the Inquisitor.
I will.
I wish you luck. Once you have gained the trust of the Lotus Assassins, we will plan how to proceed.
Let's say, guys, everybody, chill, chill. Here, Zoo, you good, man?
I trust your plans go well, despite the dangers you face and inflict. Is there something I can do for you?
How do you feel about the plan to join the Lotus Assassins? Well, we already know this, but I will need your knowledge.
It is a foolish idea. You do not understand the seductive nature of the Assassins and what they do to recruits.
Enlighten me, though.
It does not take much to make a person forget who they are. With a little effort, they can be pushed past any morals they might have claimed. Cloaked in service and honor, even the most depraved of barbarity soon becomes unremarkable.
I'll find a way to enter without participating in their foul ways.
A naive assumption. Perhaps you can avoid direct participation, but their fanaticism will still affect you. The rot that is Death's Hand permeates the complex. He was made our leader during the raising of Dirge. He replaced Sun Qin, who along with the glorious strategist, never returned from that campaign. I did not serve Death's Hand long, but when the orders came, he never questioned. The connection is more direct than loyalty, and he instills that in his Lotus Assassins. That is how so many were driven to kill without cause, and why I decided no more.
Zoo, why does this trouble you so much? You've killed many before and since.
There was more to that event. You are right to sense it. But I have kept my silence for so long that I must carefully consider the repercussions of breaking it. I must inevitably deal with my demons. Your destiny demands it. But I must also know that those demons will be put to rest, not exploited. For many years, I did nothing. If I had known Master Li was the glorious strategist, so much could have been resolved one way or another. In the end, I will have to trust that you are enough his student to find a way to protect what I cannot.
We each have our paths, Zoo. I will listen when you are ready.
So you claim. I am not accustomed to words having such weight. We should resume your mission. You have far to go. Goodbye.
Alright. Oh.
You seem tired, Dawnstar. Make sure you get some rest. Our journey will only get longer, and you've been through a great deal.
Thank you, Sue. I'm fine. I will find time once we have set things right.
He's right, Dawnstar. Don't overdo it.
I won't, but our cause will not wait for us. Thank you both for your concern.
All right. Everybody good? We all good? Good. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is where I will end this video for today. A little bit longer than the previous ones. I guess one thing, I mean, yeah, it is a Bioware game, you know, being a lot of dialogue and all. I guess I didn't realize how much, I guess, like, politics, in a way, this was involved in this game. At least that's what it seems like, you know. But I'm looking forward to it, though, you know, seeing the rest of it. But, yeah. So, as always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in and watching this episode, or possibly, you know, other episodes, etc. So, wherever you guys are, have a good day, have a good night, and take it easy.